Hi, everybody. Welcome to Divine Guidance with Nancy Ann. I'm Nancy Ann. Um, I'm here today to talk about it's kind of like an extension to three of my videos. The one who led me to the Catholic Church, how I was led to the Catholic Church by Jesus, Mary, and God. And then those next two videos after that were about the miracles that happened in the Catholic Church during our conversion and after we converted to Catholicism. So this is all back from that. So it's a continuation, really. But again, I want to let everybody know that all these things that were happening to me, the visions, everything, and the videos that I've already put out, that all started in about 1993, 94, and then continued throughout till 2000. But the visions, of course, if you haven't seen the videos that I posted about the visions from Jesus and Mary and the apparitions, um, go back and watch it because then this will make more sense to you. But yeah, and then they went through to 2032, 33. And a lot of what I was shown is actually happening right now. But today, I'm going to talk about purgatory. Now, if you're not Catholic, you might not have ever even heard of purgatory because I know when I was in the Methodist church, I never heard of purgatory. So after our conversion, and we made friends with other couples that were in the church, and we were very active in the church. But people were talking about this purgatory. It was even in homilies and stuff. So I became friendly with the priest and a lot of the deacons, and they're talking about this purgatory. I'm like, there's no such thing. And they're like, yes, there is. And I'm like, no, there's not. I don't know about you people, but when I die, I'm crossing over. I'm going to heaven. I'm going straight to heaven, and I will be with God and Jesus and our loved ones and our Blessed Mother and the saints. I said, I am not going to this purgatory thing that you're talking about. It freaked me out. The word, I mean, just think purgatory, right? It's kind of a creepy word. So, of course, after hearing about it for many, many months, I said to my husband, I got to ask Jesus. I need to find out what this is because I have no fears of death or anything like that. And even my husband used to say, how come you don't fear death? I'm like, because I already know what it is. When we die, it's all filled with love and light. There's nothing scaring. It's beautiful. It's like you're back home again. And he didn't understand how I knew this because I've never died, right? I never had a near death experience. But it's everything that I was shown. Well, there was nothing to fear. It's so much love and light, and it's just so beautiful. So why would I fear it? But this purgatory, I was like, nope, gotta investigate this. So of course I turned to Jesus and I asked him, Jesus, you led me to this church, and it is beautiful. All the miracles that are happening. I mean, I am grateful, so grateful, and I love you so much. But what is this purgatory they're talking about? I was not happy hearing about this, right? So again, I'm lifted out of my body and I'm standing with Jesus. And to the left of me, there was like a crisscross of logs. They were thick logs, and there was a fire burning. So I asked Jesus, what is that for? And then as I'm saying those words, it's like picture a big, huge movie theater screen. And that's all of a sudden that appears. And Jesus said that the fire represents like a cleansing of your soul, of your body. Um, then in this big movie theater picture is my whole life. So I saw my birth, I saw my childhood, I saw all these great things that happened to me up to that point in my life. And I saw all the pain I went through also from childhood to that point in my life. The suffering and the disappointments and the heartaches. um, all the way to that point. And then I also showed how I was kind to people from my heart. Like I lived from my heart without even knowing it. It just radiated the love that I had for everybody. And he showed me that and how beautiful it was, right? And I kind of felt this sense of like he loved that, like he was so happy that I was living this kind of life. But then I was shown when I wasn't so nice to somebody, even from childhood to that present moment, when I did something that wasn't the right thing to do. Everything, and how when you hurt somebody, or you might be in a bad mood, and then say you go to a store and you're nasty to that person for no reason because they didn't do anything to you, and you're just like, yeah, whatever, bye, or you know what, no, and you have that look and that nasty tone. Well, he showed me how it's a dominoes effect. So what you put out there goes into that person, and then they do it to another person, and so on and so on and so on. It's a ripple effect. And that's exactly how he showed me this ripple effect of that energy, that negative energy will just go, and it goes on and on and on. But he also showed me with the kindness that you give to others, that's also a dominoes effect. So that goes on and on and on and on. So the purgatory wasn't like scary, it was a cleansing. Now I was crying and like releasing of the things that I did that I wasn't so proud of either. And plus the understanding of the effects that it had on these other people. It broke my heart. I was crying and releasing. And that is what Jesus showed me and told me is actually purgatory. We labeled it, or the Catholicism, they labeled it purgatory, but it's just like a cleansing of your body and your soul, mainly the soul, from being here in a human body, living a human life. Because like Jesus knows, like God knows, being a human being with all these different emotions coming through us, at us, around us, they affect us, right? And it's how we take on that energy and we can change it. And that's what he showed me. So that is what purgatory is. It's nothing to fear. It's like a cleansing of the soul. It's releasing everything that you went through here, and learning from it, learning from it. I felt very grateful because I was able to, at that time, release all the garbage, right? All that yucky stuff. I was able to release it. And when I was back into my body, I was like crying and explaining it to my husband, and I felt so relieved, and I felt like a weight lifted off my shoulders, and I felt like brand new. That's the only way I can explain it. I felt fresh and light and airy and brand new, and I didn't ever want to be mean to anybody ever again. I didn't want to have arguments and stuff. I mean, of course, eventually that did happen because, we're here on this earth and we don't encounter everybody that's kind, right? So, but I always kept in my mind, like, oh, I should go back and apologize to that person because I don't think they meant to be nasty to me. They're just probably having a good day. But, sometimes life, you have little kids and you're busy. But that is what purgatory is. Now, remember in the other videos I explained how God showed me the priest that I would show all and tell all that has been shown to me and taught to me. So of course, a couple days later, it wasn't like the next day, I saw him after mass, and I said, "You're not going to believe this, but you've got this purgatory thing all wrong." And he laughed and he goes, "We do?" I go, "Oh yeah." I go, "I didn't like the word and I didn't like what people were telling me, so I asked Jesus to show me, and he showed me. He sure did show me." So I explained it to him. And then with that, he's like, "Can you come to my office?" I'm like, "Yeah." He said, there was a nun. Her name was Sister Faustina, and she had the same exact vision from Jesus. Jesus showed her exactly what he showed me, and out of that, she was shown the Divine Mercy devotion. So I was like, well, what is that? And he said, yeah, God actually gave her that. And I said, oh, so, or Jesus. So I said, oh, so Jesus now wants me to do that? And I said, that's why he showed me what I asked for. So it was given to me, the Divine Mercy devotion. It was in a little pamphlet. And I came across another person that was a deacon, I think. Yeah, the deacon, and he told me about this book, and it's her life story. So you can imagine, when I read this book, yeah, she was shown exactly what I was shown about purgatory. So, I mean, this was pretty neat. And then at every day after that, I learned the Divine Mercy, and I did it at 3 o'clock. That's the time that she had said that she was told to do it, at 3 o'clock every day. So I would do it every day at 3 o'clock. And I used to have to pick my children up from school, so I would get there early and start my divine mercy, and then by the time I was done, they were out of school at 3:30. But yeah, so that's it, guys. I mean, purgatory. It's not scary. It's something beautiful, and you're all together. It's nothing to fear. And if you are Catholic and you haven't read Mercy, My Mission, you'll see what I mean if you get it and read it. It was a good read, her story. Um, but that's it, guys. That's it for today. And I hope everybody, wherever you are in the world, having a good morning or a good afternoon or a good evening. Um, make it a great day, because only you can make it a great day. I say that to my granddaughters every day. And until next time, have a beautiful weekend. Um, well, I don't know if it's going to be weekend when you get this video, but have a beautiful week, whatever this lands on the YouTube. And I love you all. I send you my love. And thank you so much for continue to subscribe and like and share. And thank you for sharing in the comments. Don't forget to share with people you think this might resonate with. And again, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. It's free. And like and give a little comment. And I want you all to know how much I send my love, and I send you healing and peace. God bless you all. Bye for now.